Namaste. We have... What do we have? Sorry, Friday. Friday, everybody. Friday. Friday. No, you didn't just walk into a forest. You just walked into my shirt, okay? But look at the shoulders, though. Look at those shoulders, though. Okay, anyhow, I was very surprised. This isn't a very new shirt. It's not an old shirt either, but I got a lot of comments. You know me. I work for the comments. I go fishing for those compliments. Anyhow, here's an up close of my eyes. A little bit weird, I think. When I was doing them this morning, a little too dramatic, but a lot of kids said, "Hey, I love your green eyeliner." Anyway, yeah, I do. Devin tells me, "You're not going to school for the compliments." Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Okay. Anyway, guys, we made it. We made it together. All right. Cheers. I just wanted to treat myself with a little DQ drink. DQ ice cream. Made it through. It was a rough day. I'm not even going to talk about it. I am so not going to talk about it. You can't twist my elbow. You want to twist my elbow? No, I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, what I want to talk about is I am so glad the week is over. Now it's spring break, baby. We're on spring break, and I'm extra obnoxious. All right. Anyway, yeah, before I take a nap. So, what I wanted to tell you guys, what I wanted to tell you people, my mother used to say, what I wanted to tell you people, but, I don't even know what I want to tell you people. Oh, I've been trying, I wanted to say, I know I put two little short videos out last night for Jolene, a very good sub of mine, a good friend of mine. I did not notice in the comments, I think 10 days ago or 12 days ago, it was in February, she had messaged in the comments of one of my videos. I don't always see all the comments right away. They don't always come in a glare. They don't always come right away. So sometimes I don't see them. And of course, when I'm busy, I have to go back to them. But last night I was trying to do them, and I had a little half a glass of Jesus juice. I was trying to make it to Friday like I did the week before, Monday or Sunday through Friday, and then have my Jesus juice. But I just poured myself a half a glass, and I didn't even finish it. It was a small glass, and I just nursed it for hours. I don't know what. I don't need to tell you that, or do I? Okay, but anyhow, so I'm going through my comments, and then I see Jolene saying, something about losing her significant other, her husband, life partner of 15 years, and it was suddenly, and they weren't even sure what happened, and when is it too soon for a reading? Do you have to wait a certain amount of time? Maybe it would help, maybe it wouldn't. She goes, "I'm not doing good." So I felt horrible that I did not notice. I noticed Tracy noticed it, and Tracy said, "Oh, my condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss. And you're not alone. We're here for you if you need to talk." And so what I want to tell you, Jolene, of course, I am sorry. I know I did two little short videos last night, and I realized it was 12:30 and I didn't take my medicine. And so sometimes you're usually screwed if you don't take your medicine. If I don't take my medicine by a certain time. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. What matters is I saw your comment. I am so sorry. And the thing with the reading is, yeah, you can get a reading anytime. Some people used to think, way back when I was just a psychic, and I was doing my art, and I met this lady who was a channeler, and I didn't even understand what that was. This is before I used to channel. I used to do it reluctantly. Things would come in, and then I would concentrate on it, and then for a long period of time, I turned off my channeling abilities because I was studying for my master's, and I was trying to work as a substitute to get into the Board of Ed, and I had 2 young kids, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it all. So I asked God, don't show me any of that stuff. Please don't show me any of it. I just don't want to use those abilities for now. I have so much stuff. I want to, focus on being a mother and a teacher and get my master's, and I didn't have any energy for that. So for a while, I did not do that channeling. But anyhow, my father had passed away when I was 26, and I went to the channeler, and I always want to talk about my mother. And when I went to her, she said, "Oh, I don't think his soul didn't pass over yet. He needs a lot of prayers." And I was always scared of that. I was like, is he not in heaven? And she just said, well, no, it takes a long time for the soul to go over, at least 30 days. So I didn't know if she just didn't have anything to tell me about him, or, it was bad news. Anyway, but when I started channeling and I started doing a lot of channeling, especially for the cases, I found, like, Aaron Carter, like the day, a day or two after, he came to me. I didn't even really know much about him, and he came to me. Now, the same thing is happening with Stephen Smith. So you might have seen me do a little short, which I don't even understand how to do them, but I'm just going to do them because it's good for the algorithm, right? So let me finish with one thing. You're about to see me jump all over the place, ADD. Even though I'm tired, my ADD, because I have so many things in my mind. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. You backed up on this, you backed up on that. You got to. So then my brain goes, woo! And then I get all mixed up. But I circle back. I usually circle back. Okay, it's a sign of intelligence to circle back. Okay. Anyway, so Jolene, if you would like me to give you a reading, please go to my email and contact me through my email. I put my email in the comments on the video I did for you last night, the 4-minute video that says important message, Jolene. Okay. Yeah, so contact me if you would like me to talk to you about that, because I could do it. It's just a matter of my time management, and I, tap in, and but I would need his name, and I would need his birthday, and maybe some questions. But we'll talk to me on the email if you're interested. Okay, I'll explain everything. But somebody has been coming to me, and it's very strange. It's very strange. Okay. Why is it strange? Oh, like the bracelet? This is Kim Magical. She made this. Okay. I don't know if Kim's making her jewelry anymore. I know Crystal, I almost said Crystal Visions. Crystal Medicine is. Okay. So, I know, excuse the bags. The bags are from lack of sleep. I am so tired. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I decided to talk about. I don't want to talk about my day. You know what? I got through it. It wasn't the best. I worked my butt off. I gave all these assessments. The kids were mad, just like I knew they would be, because they have a different routine when the teacher's there. But she gave me these assessments to do, so I'm doing it, and I had to push them, and 2 different classes, and then there was all other stuff that happened. Anyway, it's over. It's done. Okay? Anyhow, I left the teacher a lot of notes and 2 of my books, because she gave me that present, and she loves poetry, and so I thought she would appreciate the books. And then maybe the kids could see them. But anyhow, it took a bad turn towards the end, but I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not going to worry about it, because my time is my time now. Anyhow, so what I want to think about is, in the Alec Murdaugh case, his surviving son, Buster Murdaugh, in 2015, I don't know if you've heard about this, in 2015, a friend of the family, his name is Stephen Smith, and he was openly known as gay. You know, he came out in high school and everything was fine. He had a lot of friends, and he went to the same high school as Buster Murdaugh, Alec Murdaugh's son. He was found dead on the road. He was coming home from school. He ran out of gas, and his body was found in the street, right? Pretending that maybe a car had hit him. When they did the autopsy, they found out that he died of blunt trauma to his head. He didn't have any broken bones. He just had, hit in the head. Anyhow, he's been coming to me, so I have to channel with him. Not now, of course, okay, because your girl is tired. Nothing comes out when I'm tired. I mean, things come to me, but I just say, why are you here? What do you want to tell me? What happened? And then I just, I'll take note. But I can't go into it now. But I want to say, people, if you don't know about that story about Stephen Smith, and you don't know, please look into it. If you don't know about the story of the Murdaugh's housekeeper that worked for them for 20 years, maybe 20 plus years. I don't know why I want to say years. Okay, that's my sister Christine got me into saying stairs and years and tears instead of tears. Stairs. Okay. She really did. She started saying it like that, and I would say, why are you saying it like that? We don't talk like that. And then all of a sudden I say it like that. Okay. Stairs, years, tears. Okay, so anyhow, I'm sorry, I'm kooky. It's like, please look into those things. And of course, Paul Murdaugh, the 22-year-old that was killed by Alec Murdaugh, and I believe it. I believe that he killed his son, then he killed his wife. Okay, two shots for the son, because the first shot didn't work, and the son started walking towards him, and then he might have tripped backwards and then shot him this way, the gun up this way. Anyhow, I don't really want to see that scene, but trust me, I have done it. When I watch a trial, sometimes I touch the TV or I touch my iPad, and I see a whole host of things. I always ask God for protection, because you know me, I can't unsee it. So anyhow, that's my opinion. Everything's allegedly for entertainment reasons, but it's my opinion and I stick by it. Okay, there was another thing. So please look up Mallory Beach. She was killed, and all the other people on the boat were hurt and fell off the boat. Her boyfriend Anthony fell off the boat, but he survived. And Mallory Beach was killed, and drunk driving. Anyhow, I'll do a whole thing on it, but I don't know when I'm going to do a whole thing, because the next thing I do is going to be a reading for Angel. Okay, that'll be the next thing I do. When I'm rested, and that'll be a video. Anyhow, but I started hearing from Stephen Smith. What about Stephen Smith? I didn't tap into I asked to tap into the housekeeper that fell down the stairs. Okay, could it have been an accident? It could have been an accident, but there was things that I heard that she knew about, and I think people were afraid. Now here's the clicker. I don't feel Alec was there for the housekeeper thing. I don't think he was there. Who was there? Paul was there and Maggie. Why is it always Paul and Maggie? Anyhow, so there's a lot of things, unrest in my brain, psychically, intuitively. So I have to get it out of my brain, right? But I can't do it until I'm rested. But know that I will be I mean, some people probably don't even know what I'm talking about, and they might say, oh, well, I don't know who Stephen Smith is. I don't know who the housekeeper is. But when somebody comes to me, like Aaron Carter did, AC, and I used to call him AC, and I kept hearing AC, AC. Then I found out after I did research, because I really don't know him. I kept saying, like, are you sure you're coming to me? Why do you want to come to me? I was in New York. And he was like, well, Katrina, I'm your daughter's age. Well, I would have been. And I was like, yeah, but I don't really know you. And he was like, well, the people up here told me, yeah, you can go. My mother, he spoke to my mother, and he was like, who can I give this information to? And she was like, yeah, you can go to my daughter. My daughter will do it. Go to my daughter. And I was like so happy about that, because like I felt that energy from my mother, and I haven't had her since I'm 19, so it's a lot of years without her. So that connection, I felt it. That she was saying, that's my, yeah, you can go to my daughter. Yeah, her name is Mystic Brady. She goes by Katrina. So anyhow, so Stephen Smith, the housekeeper, but the housekeeper I have to tap in after I have her name like in front of me, and Stephen Smith too, but Stephen Smith's telling me things, but it's like groggy, and it's groggy sometimes when somebody receives a head injury. It would be groggy, but he's very upset for his family. He has a twin sister. I don't know if she's ever spoken. I think she has spoken out. Excuse the burp. Sorry about that. That was the old soda. Don't worry. Those of you who think I don't drink enough water, I have a water bottle here. Okay. And I will drink more water. Anyhow. So, yeah. Those of you who really want to get up on the Murdaugh murders and the people and the things that went on in the Murdaugh family, please watch the Netflix, if you have Netflix, please, or you could watch it on YouTube. They have a lot of it. Please watch the Netflix show on the Murdaugh Murders. Okay, it's really interesting. You could understand. It's not that long at all. It's like 2 hours. It's not a whole series. It's just like, it's one season, and of course maybe they'll add to it because of the trial. But it explains everything from the beginning to the boat accident, and then Alec being on trial, and before he was convicted, and what everybody says. Anyhow, and they talk about Stephen Smith. So I see his eyes. I see his hair. He was going to do so many things, and it's not fair, and I'm not trying to rhyme. Anyway, yeah, so I really I feel affected when somebody comes into my mind, and they just keep on showing up. They keep showing up, and I'm like, not now, I'm tired. Not now, I have to work and do all these assessments. Not now, I have, when I work, all I could do, literally, is get up. I mean, it might seem like, I'm all dolled up and like I spent hours doing that. No, I didn't I put dry shampoo in my hair. Because when you have these fashion colors, you can't wash your hair that often. Otherwise, the fashion colors will go bye-bye. And I do all my fashion colors myself. So, anyhow, I have putting my makeup on down to a 4-minute deal. I mean, I could spend like 15, 20 minutes doing it if I had the time. I like to do that. But in the morning, I don't have that time. I don't have that kind of time. And Devin spoils me, and he makes me my coffee in this cup and my coffee in my carafe. Yeah, I bring both. Okay. And some days I finish all of it, and some days I don't finish the carafe. But the carafe is little. It's cute. It's very, very cute. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. But so what I'm trying to say is, when somebody visits me from heaven, and they want to talk, I have to pay attention to that. And it's kind of hard, because if I'm busy or if I'm trying to do something, like when I'm painting, somebody could come, but usually I feel angels around me when I'm painting. Even if I'm listening to a trial as I'm painting, I don't just always have to listen to meditation music. Whatever relaxes you, you should always do more of. But I feel a lot of angel. That's why I like to paint, because I feel the angels in collage. I feel them around me when I'm doing that. When I used to write actually poems and short stories or whatever, papers for school. But when I write, not really the papers for school, because that was stressful, but when I'm creative writing, I would feel such a sense of like, just like the world falls away and there's nothing to worry about because you're there. And I used to smoke cigarettes when I would write, believe it or not. And that was fun. Not really drink, maybe a beer, but nothing heavy. Because, you know, either you're drinking or you're creating. But, yeah, when I wrote When Is Mommy Coming Home, I had to lay out everything all over the living room, and match the page with the drawing. And I had to do all of that. I did with Tommy Extra too, but with Tommy Extra, I didn't lay it all over the place, because I had a graphic artist. If you guys remember me from back in the graphic artist, my graphic artist told me, okay, if you don't remember what that is, there's a video many videos called Mystic Brady and My Graphic Artist. All right, and I talk all about her. She did a lot of things by just putting where the pictures go and the background. The first time I did it was a place in Canada, where I did everything online. And I'm a retro girl, but I sat there for months and years teaching myself on the computer how I could self-publish my first book. And so then when I did it here, I actually went to a graphic artist that was in town and, you know, paid her separately. And she was very, very, very good. Anyhow, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but what I'm trying to say is I'll be back. Okay. So how is everybody's day? Is everybody glad it's Friday? Is it Friday or Friday? No, it's definitely Friday. You know, it took a weird turn, and there was a lot of odd things that happened, but I'm not even going to go into it. I am not wasting any more time on it. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. And I'm going to go now. I want to see my hubby and see what he's doing. My son's in Iowa? All right. Okay. World traveler. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I think I took a mini nap with my eyes open. All right, I love you guys. I hope everybody is doing okay. I'm so sorry, Jolene. Please contact me if you would like to talk to me about the reading, and I'll tell you everything that you need to know. And I'm sorry again. I try to keep up on my channel. It's only me, guys. There's no secretaries. There's no moderators. I have one stalker. Sometimes she takes vacations from me. You know who I'm talking to. Okay? I have one stalker, a good stalker. She's supposed to be my number one fan. Stalker fan, I call her. But Yeah, sometimes she's gone, but she's all the Soul Sisters stalker fan. But she's supposed to be mine #1. So otherwise she would lose the job. But nobody else wants the job. She tried to give the job away to Emily from the UK, but Emily did not want it. Okay? So anyhow, I don't know how to give people wrenches to be a moderator. So I check when I have time, I check my own comments, and I love comments. And I feel treasured when you guys give me a comment. But I am so sorry if I miss anything. Please say it again on any new videos, or if you need prayers up, give me, let me know. Last night, I want to tell you, Jolene, I did write your name because I promised you I would do that, even though it was late. I don't want to burn the house down. But I have a long candle that it has Angel on it with 2 children, and I have a lot of names on it. I have a lot of Forever Bella because she had a very rough couple of months. And I have a few names on there, and so I just put you on there, and I was going to take a picture of it, but I was just so tired, so I will take a picture of it, but I will light it when I go home. I'm going to light it up again. I also wrote a Palo Santo stick out that said Jolene and friendship and love, because that's what you need around you. You need support, you need friendship and love, and whatever that comes in, sometimes it's not family, sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a stranger, sometimes it's a healthcare worker. Whatever it is, reach out to get support. And the Mystic Brady Bunch is here for you too. The Mystic Brady Bunch is always here for everybody, okay? Even if you think I'm not here, I'm always here. I'm always trying hard to keep up with my channel because I treasure you. And I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, and it's been since 2019. July 26th, 2019 was my first YouTube video. It was 14 minutes long and had to do with Shanann. And the reason why I came onto YouTube, because I used to do a couple of videos on Facebook, but I didn't feel comfortable. Yeah, it would get out there, but I just didn't feel 100% comfortable. I felt comfortable expressing myself on YouTube because I would do these long, obnoxious videos. But I used to do short videos because my phone was real old-fashioned, and it wasn't the devil phone, but it was, it would cut off because I didn't know how to clean out my phone. I didn't know how to erase things. I really didn't know how to do any of that. Now I do. I usually erase conversations, pictures, photos. You go to settings, you get rid of all that stuff so that your phone could tape longer videos. But what I didn't realize is everything happens for a reason. And why am I starting to get hyper? It's not 10 o'clock, okay? But I started to, everything happens for a reason. God does everything for a reason. He knows the plan at all times, but we don't know the plan, all right? So that's why we have to have faith, and that's why hope is important too. But what happened was when I did a 3-minute video and it was about Shanann, I would read my notes because somebody suggested that to me. I forget who it was, but I have to thank them. I don't think they follow me anymore. I think her name was Chris D. Okay? Hey, how about that for a brain memory? Yeah, Chris D. Chrissa D. Chrissa D. I never see her anymore. But, I think I have to thank her very much because she told me, instead of just talking about what you got in a reading, she goes, why don't you write down some notes about the cards that you got and then read your notes on a video? And I was like, what? I never thought of that, because it helped my ADD by by reading the notes. So what I did was, what I still do to this day because of her, is I'll shuffle and I'll do the cards off the air sometimes and write down the cards and what I got and what I think that meant. And then I would come on, do a little bit of a breathing exercise. Yeah, what about the breathing exercise? And then go into the notes. And yeah, some of my videos were 3 minutes. I would get the most amount of attention on those 3 minutes. Some of them were 8 minutes, 7 minutes. And I got so many hits. I don't know, maybe it was a combination of, because it was about Shanann, it was about the Watts case. Yeah, that was like my first big case. Even though Chris Watts is in jail for the murders, there was a lot of things that led me to believe there was other people involved. He did it. He definitely did it. But there was a lot of weirdness that went on with NK. And you know what I mean if you follow that case. But what I'm trying to say is, sometimes if I do shorter videos, and if you're a YouTuber out there, or you're looking to be a YouTuber, a YTuber, a YTer, okay, that was a failed attempt at trying to be cool. Epic fail. But if you're trying to, grow your channel, do more shorter videos. If you have ADD like me, undiagnosed ADD, because nobody cared in the 70s. They just said try harder and let your sisters and brothers help you with your homework. Okay? What you do is write down notes and then just read it. And then it'll get the flow going and it'll keep you focused. It'll keep you, I'm a strong believer in jumping on bareback. Okay, some of you will get that joke. Okay, some of you won't. Anyway, I am a strong believer in being spontaneous. Like, I just like to do whatever the F I want to do. And I don't like to hear anybody tell me you can't do that. Okay, you can't do a video 7 days a week. Why not? You can't do 3 videos in one day. Yes, you can, if you want to, but don't ever do anything if you don't feel like it. See, I know some people will do a video every Monday or every Monday, Wednesday, and on Saturday go live. What if you don't feel like it? Okay, but of course, I'm also a very loyal person, and I'm a strong believer in being responsible. And if you say you're going to do something, do it, and try to keep to the schedule. Okay, I fall off the track, but because this isn't the only thing I do. I have a regular paying job. Okay, I do. Let's try not to screw that one up. Anyway, I'm semi-retired, and retirement is looking better and better. But something in my head tells me, try to stick it out to 60, at least 60 or 62, because you don't get Social Security till 62. So sometimes I hear that, and then other voice says, no, push your art. You need more time for your art. You need more time for your... They don't really say your readings. Maybe my channel? No, I spend a lot of time on my channel. Okay, I'm sure you're sick of me, and Devin is probably worried about where I am. So anyhow, I love you all. Best wishes and prayers up for our girl Jolene and anybody else who has lost a spouse, lost a family member, or feels lost in this world, in this matrix. Please know that we are here for you. We're here for each other. We got through this week together, right? We got through this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I came on every day to show you my ensemble, right? Only today did the kids acknowledge my outfit and my makeup. Creepily done. Okay. No, I think I do a pretty good job. I watch YouTube videos, and I'm used to putting on my own makeup since I'm 11. Anyhow, I love you guys, and be kind to yourself. Reach out for help if you need help, or you feel depressed, or you feel like a blanket of sadness is coming over you. Think about something that makes you happy and go for it and do more of it. And talk to a friend, talk to a family member, okay, that you know you can count on, and that they're always behind you, having your back. We always need people to have our back in this matrix, okay? Not to just be one-dimensional, to be three-dimensional, to have our back and our front and our middle, if you know what I mean, and to really help us when we're reaching out, or when we're struggling and we can't even talk about it. We can't even talk about things, so we close up, okay? If you know somebody that's struggling like that, please, call for help. Call the hotline. I gave you the numbers. You could Google it, wherever you are in the world. But first, call a friend. And if that friend isn't there for you, then call another friend. Call a family member, okay? Call 2 family members. After you do make like 5 calls or 5 texts, you'll see who's there for you, okay? I love you all. Namaste. Why am I acting like this is a sermon? I'm sitting at TQ with my DC. Diet Coke. Hi, DC. Hi, MC. I saw you in the comments. I thought you left me. Okay? I hope you're doing well. I missed you. And I miss everybody if I don't see you. And even, like I said earlier, thank you, Chrissa D, because you helped me with focusing, and you were there for me in the beginning of my channel, and Tommy Extra. Anyway, I love you all.